Good morning to everyone. Now we shall see about a basic parts of the plant. That is, what about the root system and taproot modifications. Okay, first, what is a root system? We know a plant, it consists of a shoot system and the root system. So shoot system, it will be above the soil, and root system, it is the below the soil. So it is the underground network of roots. And what is the role of the plant? Root system, it will anchors the plant, that is, it helps to fix to the soil. It absorbs water and nutrients from the soil, and it also stores food in some of the plants, and they are vary in origin, with some developing from the seeds radicle, that's the true roots, and others, that is the root which is developed from other than the radicle, they are called as the adventitious roots. These adventitious roots we can see in the sugarcane. We can see from the stem, lower part you can see the roots development. Okay, so in the side diagram you can see the embryonic root or radicle, that is the seed. From the seed how the radicle has been shown, and from the radicle how the roots has been emerged its origin. Okay, the next slide we can now see about the, so it is the characteristic features of the root. The root forms the descending portion of the plant, that is, it is not the ascending part. Descending part we know it is below, and it is non-greenish and it is brown in color, because the shoot system, it will be, most of the plants it will be of green in color, and it doesn't have the nodes, internodes and leaves and buds, that is, which are present in the shoot system, and there is no lateral branches. And the most important point, it is positively geotropic. Geo means earth, positively geotropic, it will grow towards the earth, towards the soil, not above the soil. Okay, now you can see the types of root. What are all the types of root? You can see the taproot and the fibrous root or diffuse root. In some of the plant we can see the taproot system, and some of the plant we can see the fibrous root system, and some of the plant we can see the adventitious root system. The first itself I told, isn't it? That is the adventitious roots, that is the roots which arise from any other plant other than the radicle. This taproot, it is the single strong root which is grown down. This taproot is a characteristic feature of the dicot plants or the angiospermic plants, of dicot plant of the angiospermic plants. And the fibrous root, it is the characteristic feature of the monocot plants. Mostly you can see the grass varieties. So you can see the bunch of cluster of roots which has been present below the soil. So the two types of main root system, taproot system, it has been characterized by a single large central root that penetrates deeply. It will go very deeper. But in the fibrous root system, it consists of a cluster of numerous fine slender roots that emerge from the base of the stem and spread out near the surface. So the fibrous root system, it will also helps to anchor to the soil very strongly or firmly. These are the other types of roots. The first two images you can see, it is a special type of roots called the nematophores or the respiratory roots, which has been present in the mangrove forest, in the mangrove trees. So there the soil is very much of saline in nature, and the root also, it need oxygen for its survival. In those helophytic plants, as there is no any available oxygen is present inside the soil, so the roots will grow above the soil to get the oxygen for its respiration. And the other two pictures, it is the adventitious roots. We can see the how it has been developed from the other part of the radicle, that is from the stem. Now what is the main function of the root? So it is the first I told, isn't it? Is the anchorage. That is, it's firmly secure the plant to the soil and providing stability against the wind and other disturbances. We know during the flood or during the cyclone, the plants or the trees which has been present in the soil, it will firmly fix the soil, and so there won't be any landslides will be occurred, usually in the hill regions you can see. And all these this root alone, it makes the soil to be very much firm, and there won't be make the soil to be loosened through the flooding. So that is the main function of to the growth of the plants to grow in an hill area or in any area to uphold the soil. And the second process, it is the absorption. That is that we know the root, and in the next slide I'll show. It is the root hair which is present with the minute layer which is present in the numerous number. It helps for that is why it has been told, increase the surface area for absorbing the water and also the essential mineral salts from the soil. The plant, it needs water, it will be absorbed by the root hair and also the mineral salts. And the conduction, whatever the absorbed water and minerals which has been absorbed by the root hair, it has been passed on through the root system, that we know it has been through the outer epidermis, then the hypodermal layer, then the cuticular hypodermal layer, then the cortex layer, then the endodermis, then the pericycle, then to the vascular cylinder, there comes the xylem. Then from the xylem it will be moved towards the upper part of the plant tree, that is the leaf, that is for the photosynthetic process. You know the world's largest tree, that is the Sequoia sempervirens, it has been grown up to a height of 400 meter. How against the gravitational force, the water has been absorbed by the plant, that is through the root system, and it has been gone upwards against the gravitational force, that it is the very much process, it has been done by the root pressure in the lower trees, and there it is the ascent of sap, or it is the transpiration pressure or transpiration pull we used to call. And the other important function, it is the storage, that is the some of the roots are modified to store the food, then it will become swollen and fleshy. You can see the carrot, radish and all these things. And what is the thing, the plant, it will synthesize its own food, that is by the process of photosynthesis, and it will use the food for its purpose, that is for its growth and all other metabolic activities, and the excess food it will be stored in any other part of the plant, that is it may be in the leaves, like your cabbage, in the flower like your cauliflower, like in the stem, your underground stem, your you can see your ginger, and that is in the rhizome, and also in the garlic it is underground stem modification and all these things. Like that it will do the main function. The root also will be undergo the modification. It may be of a taproot, or it may be of the adventitious roots, or it may be of a fibrous root. Now we can see about the taproot modification alone. Okay, and it is the regions of the root. So we know it is the root, it has been present, and there towards the apex it is the tip, you can see the root cap. Then it is the you can see the region of cell division, there it is the apical region. So the cell will go on divide and divide and divide without any differentiation. Then after that it is the region of elongation, and towards the tip you can see the region of maturation, there you can see the root hair. That is the main thing for the absorption of water, which is essential for the growth of the plants. Okay, so through this all, it is the underground part, it is the regions of the root which has been present. And now we can see the taproot. It has been modified to do different functions. Some of the modifications, it is the fusiform, napiform and conical. The first form, it is the napiform. So here fusiform, it is a modified taproot. The primary root is swollen in the middle, while both the ends gradually taper, forming a spindle shaped structure. You can see in the center it is broader, on both the tip it will become tapering. So it is a spindle shaped structure, it is your radish. Then you can come for your napiform. You can see it is your beetroot. So the hypocotyl region, it is swollen, becoming almost spherical, and then abruptly tapering towards the lower end. Toward the tip you can see it has been tapering. So you can see that in your turnip and in your beta vulgaris, that is your beetroot. Then come your conical. Here the roots swell and becoming broad at the base and gradual taper towards the apex, forming a cone like structure, that is you can see in your carrot. Okay, thank you students. In the next class we can see about the other modifications of the root.